So hello and welcome. These are the new moon in Aries self-made secret code name readings. This is secret code name Giraffe. All right, this is someone's personal reading. This is their secret code name. They know that Giraffe is their secret code name. This is their reading. All right, if you were drawn to it or resonated to it in divine time, chances are there is a message in here for you to take away from it in your highest good, as is the intention always. If you would ever like your own personal secret code name reading, the link to my Etsy shop is in the description. You could book it there. You can also find really cool merch like my Goddess Kali t-shirt that I design all my t-shirts and stuff myself. I've called in Goddess Kali today. I'm wearing her energy to help destroy our demons, right? Because that is essentially what Kali is. She is the destroyer of the destroyers. She is the destroyer of demons. And so in order to remake ourselves and self-make ourselves in our highest good, we are addressing what the demons are and how to move forward in our highest version without the demons, right? Without the shadows. So I'm using my Icarus Tarot to get a milestone insight on what the actual shadow is and the healing. Then I'm using my Hermetic Tarot as insight into what the current pattern of self is and what the highest good pattern of self would be. And then I'm using the Universe Has Your Back deck as overall guidance. All right. So secret code name Giraffe. Mind you, if you're not familiar with giraffe animal medicine, like animal spirit medicine, I would Google it because giraffe is some pretty cool energy. All right, take the time to do that. Just Google like literally giraffe spirit animal or spirit medicine and it'll come up what giraffe means because it has an embodiment, right? You can embody giraffe energy. So the milestone in the healing, judgment. Judgment. This card, you may feel like everybody's judging you, or maybe you're just dealing with one person in particular who you feel is judging you and doesn't understand you, okay? The reality of the Judgment card is we need to resurrect, right? Our authentic self, our highest good masculine and feminine energy. Because if other people are judging us and we feel judged, and it's hurting our feelings because we feel judged like they don't understand us and the divine mirror of things, we don't actually understand ourselves. Okay, and we are judging ourselves already. And whoever it is in our reality, in our mirror, is bringing it to the surface. Okay? The Judgment card is about resurrecting your highest good version. Whenever you're offended by someone or whatever, right? There's a part of your inner conversation in the subconscious, if you're offended, who knows that they're right. If you know they're wrong, you would take no offense to anything they're saying because you understand that's just their mirror, right? That's just their mirror. Everybody's allowed to observe whatever, but if you're actually hurt or offended because someone's judging you or someone is telling you you're not good enough or someone is telling you you're this or you're that and that's not acceptable and you're actually hurt by it, then a part of you knows that you could, should, would be doing better. You could, should, would, right? It's scorpionic energy, the Judgment card. Feeling like you want to hide away, feeling uncomfortable around other people because you're being judged. Maybe you need to resurrect your best self. And it can be as simple as that. Okay? So if that's what you're dealing with in the energy, right? Judgment card, having a hard time resurrecting your best self. Let's see what the current version of self is, right? What's the current self's behavior that is not in alignment, that you're being judged for, feeling judged for, judging yourself for subconsciously and not letting on to, right? Especially if you feel like you're doing enough, but subconsciously you still feel like you're not, and there's a reason, right? There's a reason why you still feel like you're not. Otherwise, you would know that you are and not feel bad, right? You know that you're doing more than enough. It wouldn't trigger you the same way. So what is it? What is the current self, please, Spirit, for secret code name Giraffe? What is the current self's behavior so that they can stop judging themselves and feeling judged by others? Resurrecting your best self. What is the old version? The Seven of Wands. What else? The Five of Swords. And the Six of Cups. What is the ideal version of self? All right. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. Tarian energy is the underlying issue. Ace of Pentacles on top. Needing to be able, knowing that you need a new foundation or a new beginning within the self. Okay, knowing that you need the fresh start or need the resurrection of the self in the reality. Hierophant is understanding you are not just the teacher or the healer, but you are the student as well. Right? If you say, you know, well, I'm here to heal you, and I know I'm meant to heal you, chances are that very person is helping you heal. Right? And it's always the case. It's always the case. Whenever you think you're healing someone, they are teaching you how to heal yourself. Seven of Wands, Five of Swords, Six of Cups. You might not realize how argumentative you are with people, or the things that you say, right? That even if the intention is good, or at the very least not malicious, the Seven of Wands is a certain amount of self-righteousness. You might feel the need to defend yourself all the time because of these judgments, like overly explaining why you don't deserve to be judged. Like, how dare you judge me when you have all this shit going on and you're all this shit wrong. And yet you still feel some type of way about what they said, right? On the subconscious, you still feel it in the subconscious that you can't believe they said that, and it bothers you. Right, that you feel judged, that it bothers you that you feel judged. Being at war, potentially with the wrong people. Especially if the new foundation or new beginning is what is consciously the point or being set, right? You might be defending your reality instead of committing to your highest good reality. Defending yourself and your reality as opposed to committing to your highest good one. You might be willing to defend yourself and argue with people instead of taking healthy criticism. Because even if their words come out wrong, you know what I mean, their intention or their love might still be the same. It might still be there. Like, just because their words don't always come out right doesn't mean that their love's not there. You might need to overflow with gratitude instead of defending yourself because so-and-so is in whatever position, that you would negate their opinion or their love for you because, you know, they have things to work on, right? Like, you might not realize just the lack of respect you have for them. Because their life is not ideal or not perfect, or their choices are not ideal or not perfect, doesn't mean they don't love you and would guide you in their highest good. You know what I mean? And you're defending yourself because you're feeling, it's almost like you feel like they have no room to talk. Like, well, until they fix their problems, they have no room to talk. And they're looking at you like, yeah, but you're giving me all this advice, but you've got your own problems too, and I'm trying to help you. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't negate the fact that I care enough and I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Like, everybody has their own blind spot. Everybody could be their own worst blind spot. And that's what the outer is for. It reflects to us. I really do feel like you might be negating someone, or arguing with someone, or had like conflicting with someone, because the Five of Swords is definitely an argument. This is the Lord of Defeat. Like pride, like you wouldn't take advice from that person. Because they can't even choose their own best choices, but the reality is neither can you, you know what I mean? Spirit's trying to get you to understand that you are both the student and the teacher. You're not just the teacher, you're the student too. Your highest good self commits to your highest good reality. It commits to the creation of your highest good reality. It's not settling or defending the current reality. It's accepting that the current reality is not ideal and that you can commit to a better one, a better way of creation, a better way of dream manifest, a better way of stability manifest. That you can overflow love for yourself, that when you do that, Spirit overflows for you. Ace of Cups. Right, that when you commit to your highest good, Spirit can commit to your highest good and overflow for you. But if you're not committing to you and you're defending where you fall short, and that where you fall short is acceptable, then Spirit can't overflow the way it needs to. Like, if you're not helping you, Spirit can't either. Spirit reflects in the outer from the inner, right? If you're not helping you, then Spirit can't help you either. Knight of Swords, you may have to address how you talk to actual sacred soulmates, people who have your highest good at heart. The reality of them. Because they might have their problems, but maybe the reality is they legit care about you. So their problems are their problems, but it doesn't change the reality, right? Face value reality, Gemini energy, that they care about you. They probably care more about you than they care about themselves. And maybe sometimes you care more about them than you care about yourself. And maybe you don't have time to work on you because you spend time working on them, and you really need to take time to overflow to yourself and commit to your best reality. Student teacher. Like, you might not realize, right, that you keep certain people in your life that are doing worse than you in certain areas to make you feel better about your life, despite things not being up to par in certain areas. That you would feel better about yourself and be able to defend your choices because at least it's better than theirs. At least your reality and some of your choices are better than some of the choices they're making, but it doesn't mean all the choices that you're making or have made are ideal. don't know, like for example, maybe a friend of yours, right? And take it how it resonates. It's a metaphor, right? Not necessarily literal. But maybe you have a best friend who's in a toxic relationship and won't leave, and you don't understand why, because you've left toxic relationships, no problem, and you can't necessarily respect their advice about how they're guiding you to, get a better job or save more money or XYZ, prioritize your finances, because, that's what they've done. And that's not a problem for them in their life because that's what they've done. But because they have relationship problems and won't leave a toxic relationship, you won't take their advice about saving money or prioritizing or doing more to commit to your highest good reality. You know what I mean? Like they're in your mirror for a reason. What's the guidance, please, Spirit? Because all in all, really, you should be expressing gratitude towards the people that care about you, whether they can or can't take your advice because they're healing through their own shit. They still fucking care about you and are telling you whatever. It's about expressing gratitude and actually committing to bettering your situation. Because what you do also reflects in your outer, and maybe if you could take their best advice, maybe down the road they'll take your best advice, right? You take their best advice on committing to your highest good reality and investing in yourself, maybe they'll, commit to their highest good reality and leave a toxic relationship, right, so to speak, right, if we stick with that metaphor. Yeah, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. You've got to surrender to peace, embracing peace. Embracing peace instead of fighting with people. Embracing peace instead of defending yourself or making excuses for yourself. They're judging me, they're judging me. No, they're trying to help you. Your perception, right? Your perception is that they're judging you. But they're trying to help you. The universe can truly get to work. This is what I was saying. Like, the universe wants to overflow to you. It can't. Until you overflow to yourself and stop defending your poor choices. You're defending your mistakes, right? Or you're defending your shortcomings and arguing with people when they're trying to help you. Just because they're not perfect doesn't mean they're not having a moment of giving you perfect fucking advice. Like, you're not perfect, but it doesn't mean you're not giving whoever the perfect advice. You know what I mean? Spirit needs you to overflow for yourself, because that's when it can truly get to work. Surrender to peace. Take the best advice. Take the best advice. So that you can stop judging yourself and feeling judged by others. So that you can truly be successful, right? So that you can finally lose what is this soul burden and actually listen to spirit. That when you make an effort towards your betterment, truly, that spirit can do the same. Okay? So I have faith this will help you in divine time when you catch it. My love and support is with you always. I love you. It is with you always. Remember to love each other, but most importantly, love yourself. Take care.